first inning. Still scoreless here. Plenty of baseball to go. Just underway. Up against Justin Jackson. Sullivan, he is shortstop, and that is going to be ball one. I believe this might be one of the first starts all season for Justin Jackson on the hill. Most contests we've had here with Jackson, he's been playing out as catcher, except for his injury against Valley when they shifted him over to first base before ultimately substituting him out of the ball game, and this is going to be fouled away for a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike as it stands.
Does that 1 mean that
innings? And now Jackson's going to be fouled back, 1-2. That one way out of reach. Swung on there by Sullivan. Again, 2 down. As I mentioned, Nelsonville-York is 0-4. They lost 2 run rule games against Trimble. That was a doubleheader, 14-1 and 11-1. Lost to New Lexington, 17-2, and then lost to Athens, 5-0. So 3 run rules and 1 game that would have played 7 innings. Justin Jackson's pitch is going to be a swing and a miss, called strike 3, and Sullivan will be struck out. Runner left hanging on second base. There was a walk, but no runs, no hits, and no Wellston errors as we go to the bottom of the first inning, and the Rockets up to bat, and we'll be right back after this on Total Media Sports.
Hello, I'm Justin Jackson. I'm a catcher. I'm a senior for the Wellston baseball team. On behalf of Wellston High School baseball and softball, I'd like to thank our Golden Rocket Diamond Club Gold Level sponsors for supporting our season.
Hi, I'm Maisie Wyatt, a senior. I played third base, and I'd like to thank Young's Mechanical Installation.
Hi, my name's Maddie Childers, senior, and I play catcher, and I'd like to thank the Wellston American Legion.
Hello, my name's Adrian Herber. I'm a senior, so I play second base. I'd like to thank Jerry's Do-It Center.
Hi, my name is Mason Stevens. I'm a senior. I play first base, and I'd like to thank Jackson Brothers Construction.
Hi, I'm Carson Rapoco. I'm a senior, play center field, and I'd like to thank Carlisle Insurance.
Hi, I'm Riley Long, senior, play third base, and I'd like to thank General Mills.
Hi, I'm Reese Lewis, senior. I play third base. I'd like to thank the Sons of America League.
Thank you to all of our Rocket Diamond Club Gold sponsors for supporting Wellston baseball and softball.
In Wellston, every baseball and softball season begins with a promise. A promise to show up, hard work, and represent our Rocket community with pride. But behind every swing, every pitch, every young athlete, there's a team you don't always see. The Golden Rocket Diamond Club makes it all possible, providing gear, equipment, field support, and opportunities for every player who wears the blue and gold. This is Total Media Sports coverage of
In the back here for the bottom of the first inning with Braxton Ingalls, Dalton Barnett, and Aiden Fenwick due up for the Golden Rockets. Pitching is going to be Blair for Nelsonville-York, and he's a left-handed pitcher. Notice that about Stevie Blair. He's up on the hill getting some warm-ups. Defensively for Nelsonville-York, since we weren't able to go over this during pregame, it's going to be Hivner catching, Blair pitching. Boggs will be at first base, Richardson at second base, Willem at third, Sullivan at shortstop, Sneeden at left field, Nungester at center field, and Long at right field, Logie at right field. So coming in here is Braxton Ingalls. Again, Wellston coming back here home after a win on the road conference competition. Wellston winning that one by 9 runs over River Valley by a score of 11-2, and that's going to be called ball 1 to Braxton Ingalls. And if you look right now for Wellston, all 3 of their wins on the regular season are all conference matchups. No non-conference wins just yet on the year, and that's going to be called strike. So 1-1 is the call here to Ingalls. Let's see here. If you take a look, Wellston had a close one at 8 innings over Oak Hill, a very tough McLean team, and also a very tough Valley team, plus some opponents from other parts of the state during Myrtle Beach. So it is a 1-2 count as it stands here to Braxton Ingalls. Yet sometimes pitches, sometimes Also seen him at second base a couple times this year. Lefty versus lefty, and the pitch coming from Blair. This is going to be just fouled off down the third baseline. Ingles got a bit of a swing on that one, but the count will hold here at 1-2. Bottom of the first inning for those just tuning in here from Wellston on this sunny evening at Veterans Field. Still scoreless. It was not quite a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the inning. They did allow a walk. Justin Jackson did pitching, but from there, 3 in a row out. And that pitch is going to be low and outside for a 2-2 count. Again, due up after this will be Dalton Barnett. Just got to get out of this first. As Wellston softball next door looks like it's already 2-1, looks like. As this is going to be popped over, Ingles is going to have an opportunity possibly over at first, and they're going to say out just barely. The 6-3 connection, Sullivan gets over to Boggs, and just not quite to the bag in time, a close one at first. But that is going to be the first out of the inning for the Golden Rockets, with Dalton Barnett, who is playing second base tonight, coming in. Barnett, we're looking, that pitch is high and outside for ball 1. There are some of these pitches for Nelsonville just not in the early goings really hitting their mark. Get a left-handed pitcher. Most of the time, of course, right-hand dominant, as it's going to be swung on, going to go towards maybe shallow left field, where it's going to be picked up by Sullivan for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Golden Rockets. Now to Aiden Fenwick, his first at-bat at home here this season. Not sure if he got to play against River Valley or not, but this is his first contest on the young season at home. And he did play against River Valley, so it is his second total game of the year. Fenwick, right-handed batter coming in. Third on the lineup for the Golden Rockets. Dealt an outside pitch there for a called ball 1. Stevie Blair there outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Fenwick playing catcher tonight where Justin Jackson has been. And this pitch is going to be popped over. It's going to be ground ball to Richardson, but it's going to slide through, and a base hit for Aiden Fenwick. Also an error for Nelsonville-York.
Now batting number 24.
So Fenwick going to find himself on first base with Mason Stevens, the first baseman, coming up next, the lefty. So 1 on here for the Golden Rockets. But got to be careful, already 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch to Blair is going to be ball 1. Had to chase that one, though. Did hinder the catcher a little bit. Had to pop up there just trying to catch that one. And was just able to do so. And the pitch is going to be called strike, 1-1. That one gets the outside corner, just barely within range of the strike zone, but just enough for a 1-1 count. The sun is sure shining bright here tonight in Wellston. Also, you can tell it's getting to that time of the year. The bees are starting to come out as well, and that is going to be called strike 2, so a 1-2 count. Nice warm day. Hopefully we have more of those consecutively. Last time we had a string of warm days, Mother Nature decided to throw a curveball of her own. 1-2, and that is going to be ball 2, but an opportunity to steal second is Fenwick, and he will be ruled safe. So Aiden Fenwick will slide in safely to second base, and that will keep it a 2-2 count right here to Mason Stevens at the plate. So runner now on second base for Wellston. 2 outs, scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch from Blair. And this is going to be fouled off, possibly going to be able to make a play on it, but no, it just goes right out. So the count holds at 2-2. Some hustle there by the third baseman, Willem, trying to chase that one down. But that one going over into the grass. Big crowd here tonight. A lot of cars parked outside between both baseball and softball. I'm just looking over next door, and standing room only over there, and got a big crowd pouring in over here. And the pitch coming, 2-2. And this one is going to be out towards center, where it is going to be caught by Nungester for out number 3. So a fly ball towards center will put away the inning for Wellston. And the score is 0-0 as we head into the second inning. And back here as Justin Jackson getting some warm-up pitches in. As up next is going to be Richardson, Boggs, and Sneeden again. Richardson, Boggs, and Sneeden, the next 3 up next for Nelsonville-York. And again, in the top of the first inning, we are scoreless. Blair was walked, and then 3 outs in a row. And out from Woolham, a fly ball to first base to Hivner, and Sullivan gets the K. Got struck out. So we'll see what Nelsonville can do here. Wellston not able to respond with any runs of their own in the bottom of the first. Has a very similar situation. Very quick first inning it was here. As again, we're to Zach Richardson. Richardson is the second baseman. He'll step inside here again. Thank you all for joining us here on this nice evening in Wellston. And sun showing away for a moment. Shade starting to come through. But again, we do have some clouds. It is kind of a cloudy evening. And the pitch from Jackson is going to be high and away, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. The count here to Richardson. Again, just getting to the top of the second inning. Justin Jackson deals, and this is going to be fouled off. That one rolls forward, just not far ahead for a 1-1 count. Clip that one. Again, Nelsonville is looking for their first win of the season and first win in the TVC here tonight against Wellston. Jackson with a 1-1 offering is going to hit the outside corner for called strike 2. Good pitch there by senior Justin Jackson. 1-2. Again, bees are coming out here tonight, and my press box is packed full of them right now. So 1-2, and that one is going to be called strike 3. So Richardson struck out, and that's 2 in a row for Justin Jackson, the first of this inning. And that's going to be 1 down for the Buckeyes in the top of the second. Trevor Boggs up next, first baseman, right-hander. Looking in, this is his first at-bat of the night. Again, 2 strikeouts in a row, 4 outs consecutively over the first and second innings. And that's going to be ball 1. Nelsonville-York, a tough opponent in several different sports in the TVC. Not only, of course, here, but you take a look, football, where they're always dominant. Then basketball is going to be swung on, and that's going to be fouled away. One of the toughest teams most seasons in the TVC. And then just next week, Wellston will play another tough one in Athens here. 1-1 is the count to Trevor Boggs. And the pitch from Jackson is going to be called ball. So 2-1. Again, one down here for the Buckeyes. Hoping this weather sticks again. Calling for rain a little bit later in the evening. As this is going to be picked up by Ingles. Going to try to make the play to the first base. And a rocket arm there by Braxton Ingles to make the connection to Mason Stevens. 6-3 out. As that's going to be out in number 2 of the inning. Boggs will see himself out of here. And now the left fielder, Sneeden, will come up. So that's 2 down for the Buckeyes. Nobody on base. Good play, though, right there. Braxton Ingles on top of that. And getting that one off a fast arm for Braxton Ingles. Multi-sport athlete for Wellston. And pitch coming. That is going to be high ball 1. Justin Jackson with the 1-0 offering. Ball 2. And that one rolls out of the glove of Fenwick. Again, Fenwick's first home start as catcher here this season for Wellston. Jackson has been playing in that spot. So the count is going to be 2-0. And pitch rolls away again. Yeah, maybe just a little bit of rust perhaps, but also be hard to pick up some of these pitches too. So it is going to be a hitter's count here. 3-0. The situation is Sneeden with nobody on. Jackson allowed the initial leadoff hitter, Stevie Blair, to walk. So he's already given up 1 here tonight. Trying to have to avoid that here. And the 3-0 is going to land in there. Breaking ball, strike 1. So that one will land for a 3-1 count. Now the pitch to Sneeden. Fouled away. So full count just like that. Breaking ball and a foul ball makes this 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 down and nobody on. Again, we're going to try to keep an eye on that softball game next door as well. We also got that on Total Media Sports. If you want to keep up to date with both games, you'll be able to do that. Full count pitch, and looks like check swing, and I think they're going to say, keep an eye out here on the plate. That one rolled away from Aiden Fenwick, and it was a full count. I was going to say foul ball. They're saying he clipped that, so it will be a 3-2 count here still. Another opportunity. Full count pitch from Justin Jackson. This is going to be a fly ball straight to the shortstop, Braxton Ingles, for out number 3. So 3 down here for the Buckeyes, and we have made it to the bottom of the second inning. And we'll be right back in just a minute on Total Media Sports. Keep it right here after a word from our sponsors.
In baseball and softball, proudly presented by the Golden Rocket Diamond Club.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. What started in a garage with 2 people and a dream now employs over 100 with offices locally in Wellston, Waterford, and Cincinnati. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Big plays, big smiles, and unforgettable moments. Capture them all with Corinne Janet Photography. From Rocket Game Nights to Senior Port.
And back here, heading into the bottom of the second inning. At Veterans Field, it's going to be McCorkle, Witt, and Lung due up next for Wellston. midway through the lineup. McCorkle first, playing outfield tonight as he normally does, out in center. McCorkle getting a couple warm-up swings in, and will step up to the box for his first at-bat. Wellston, in their last time around, was able to get on Aiden Fenwick. There was a Nelsonville error during that. But besides that, a 6-3, F6, and another fly ball to Stevens led to a quick first inning. So let's see if Wellston can do something here as we have made it to the bottom of the second. Pitch coming from Blair, breaking ball low and inside for a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. McCorkle, pitch coming from Blair. They're going to say that one hits the outside corner for a 1-1 count. Close one. Judgment call at the strike zone, but they do say 1-1. As Ashley Wilbur sitting next to me playing B Patrol. 1-1 the count, and that is going to be outside for ball 2. 2-1. They're coming out, so if there's any beekeepers around looking, I think I have the place. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stevie Blair looks in. Breaking ball hits the dirt. Ball 3. So 3-1 is the count. Opportunity here for Carson McCorkle. The pitch is going to be ball 4, so Carson McCorkle will be walked. And that is the first walk allowed by Stevie Blair in this one. So it's going to be Kyson Witt up next. Kyson Witt making some changes. There's several positions last outing against Lucasville Valley. Not quite as many as Elijah Lung, but not far behind. We know Witt can deal some damage here in the middle of the lineup, and this is going to be swung on and right on cue towards shallow left. So Kyson Witt sets the tone and gets a base hit, and Carson McCorkle will make his way. Pitch is going to be ball 1. That one way outside for a 1-0 offering. Got runners on bases, and here is the kicker right now for Wellston. Nobody out. There's Elijah Lung up next, and this is going to be fly ball towards left field. That might be fair, and it's going to be gloved out there by Sneeden, and runners will hold it first and second, so that is going to be the first out of the inning. Elijah Lung will find himself out as a fly ball to left, and now we're to Grayson Seitz, the designated hitter, who is batting in place of Justin Jackson tonight. Again, Jackson is good enough that he can pitch, but trainers still evaluating him before they allow him to do anything else. He was moving around a little bit earlier, so don't know if we might see him a little bit later on. And that one is going to be ball 1. One ball, no strikes account. Shaping up the bunt. And that is going to be fouled off just behind the line. So it is 1-1. The count here to Grayson Seitz. The, again, designated hitter not playing defense tonight is Grayson Seitz. Just hitting. So the count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks pitch to Seitz, and he is shaping up the bunt. I think all he was thinking there was second and first up and load the bases. Did not quite work, but a 1-2 count, 1 out, and of course, foul off a bunt, then that would be called strike 3. So maybe just probably going to go for a full swing now. Just trying to make that attempt there at small ball did not quite work in his favor. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Seitz. Pitch coming. And this is going to be picked up by Woolham at third, and looks like a roll through, and looks like a runner is going to score for Wellston and slides in, and that's going to be Carson McCorkle coming home for the first run. Caught a little bit premature at third base. It did roll through, an error at the last second. It rolled through for a 1-0 score with runners still on first and second base, with Reese Lewis coming up next. That is going to be an RBI single statistically for Grayson Seitz. Again, now to Reese Lewis at the bottom of the order. 1 out with 1 run already brought in here in the second inning for the Golden Rockets. Wellston striking early. It looks over to second as slides all the way back over. Because that was, I believe, Kyson Witt, who's now on second base. He slid over, and they tried to make the tag play, could not make anything of it. Looks back, and Reese Lewis showing bunt, and we'll see. They're thinking about something to go to first base, and it's going to roll through first base, and that is going to be a run scored as Kyson Witt will make it home. Another run scores for the Rockets here off of another Nelsonville-York error. And statistically, those are starting to add up right now as we get back to the initial leadoff hitter, Braxton Ingalls. I believe, and we don't have an official count here in front of us, I believe Nelsonville is already, and all of them in this inning, at 3 errors. Braxton Ingalls stepping in here now, lefty. He is 0 for 1. Got out as a result of a 6-3 combination earlier, which, for the lesser acquainted, is a combination ground ball to short over to first base. 1 ball, no strikes to count here to Ingalls. And with 2 on, runners on the corners at first and third, and that's going to be ball 2. So the count is 2-0 to Ingalls. Pitch. And this is going to be a swing and a miss. That one goes, I think, just right below the letters there, and it's going to be a 2-1. Caught Ingalls swinging. Again, 1 down. And the 2-1 pitch, and this is going to be fly ball, and I think it's going to be fouled off, but playable and not going to get anything. So it will be 2 balls, 2 strikes, evens out the count here. Again, only 1 out. A little bit of breathing room. Sun's starting to shine a little bit again. Again, the clouds protecting us from the sun tonight on and off. But when the sun comes through, boy, does it come through with a vengeance. It is bright. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch to Braxton Ingalls, and he's going to swing on this one. And it looks like it's going to go towards dead center, where it's going to be picked up for out number 2 by Nungister. And sliding home a sacrifice fly as well, as Grayson Seitz will score. That was an opportunity. I was wondering if he was going to go for it. He does. Sack fly does bring a run home.
Now batting.
So Ingalls is going to be out. Dalton Barnett up next. Fly ball to short last time around, so he is 0 for 1. 2 outs here for Wellston. Reese Lewis hanging on first base. And the pitch coming, that is going to roll away from the catcher. Reese Lewis, off the wild pitch, will be able to advance over to second base, as there Reese Lewis was a mile ahead of that one, and that one rolled way out of reach of the catcher Hivner for Nelsonville. And so it was a situation where it was an easy advance to second base. So Reese will move up. One ball, no strikes to Barnett. And this is going to be fly ball towards center, and this is going to drop for a base hit. So again on the corners, as Dalton Barnett will be on first. Reese Lewis hang at third. Sign made there by Coach Jackson telling him to stay at third base.
Now batting number 20, Aiden.
And it's going to be Aiden Fenwick next. He's 1 for 1, a base hit earlier. The first hit of the game for the Rockets was scored by Aiden Fenwick. Well, not scored, but first hit of the game was brought in by Aiden Fenwick. The umpire picking up some of these loose balls out of range here. Quick pauses. They gather those up, and as we were talking about just the other day, despite contrary belief, they are not supplied with an infinite supply of baseballs. So they have to try to preserve as many of these as they can as they get those back to the dugout. Ooh. And Fenwick coming up next again. He has a base hit. 3-0 the score, Wellston now. Doing some damage here in the second inning. All three of those runs, for those just tuning in, we're all here in the bottom of the second. Looks like they're trying to make a risky play over to second base, and it does not pay off for out number 3. An attempt right there by Dalton Barnett to steal second, and that one does not go anywhere. So that does put away the inning, but not before 3 runs are scored for the Golden Rockets with runner hanging on third base. So after 2 innings, the score is Wellston 3, Nelsonville-York 0. And we'll be right back with Nelsonville coming to bat to start the third on Total Media Sports.
Family sessions, and special events. Book your memories with Corinne today.
Come see the friendly faces at Gas and Stuff in Hamden for great deals on your favorite stuff. Gas and Stuff offers a wide variety of scrumptious hot and fresh pizzas and subs. Don't worry if you're watching your calories. They also offer crisp cold salads. And don't forget about your favorite Ohio lottery games. Gas and Stuff, convenience with a smile.
Built on hard work and hometown pride, Keith Mannering Trucking proudly supports local schools while delivering dependable hauling and trucking services throughout our community. Give Keith a call at 740-418-4295. If life throws you a curveball, you don't have to face it alone. For local experienced legal representation, call Lori Silcott Oosley, attorney at law, 740-384-1900. Win or lose, we all deserve a treat. Celebrate Rocket baseball and softball with something sweet from Newkirk Bakery. Grab fresh baked favorites and our fun canned drinks for the whole team. Newkirk's Bakery, the sweetest stop in Wellston. Don't strike out on dinner. After
back here in Wellston, where the Golden Rockets take the lead in the bottom of the second. Now to the top of the third inning with Nungaster, Logie, and then back to the top of the order with Stevie Blair. Those are the next 3 on deck for Nelsonville-York. And defensively, some woes for the Buckeyes as 3 errors were allowed in that inning, according to my statistics. And also thank you to all of our community sponsors making these broadcasts possible here of Wellston Golden Rockets baseball and softball. Because of them, we got not only 1 but 2 broadcasts. Again, if you want to stay up to date on the Wellston softball game, we'll have some score updates, but you can also watch it as it takes place next door on Total Media Sports on this very YouTube channel. And there's going to be called Strike 1 on the outside corner. So it is a 0-1 count. It is Nungaster again up to bat. And here's the swing. This is going to be fouled off down first baseline. That one out of fair territory, so now it is quickly 0-2. And Logie doing after this 2 outfielders in a row. Center fielder followed by the right fielder batting for Nelsonville. So Justin Jackson's 0-2 offering is going to nearly hit the dirt. It's going to be a low pitch, ball 1. So it is 1 ball, 2 strikes account here to Nungaster. Starting to feel a nice breeze here as well. About 60 degrees, I'd say, out today. And that is going to be in for a called ball 2, 2-2. I miss the warmer weather when it's gone, but then when it comes back, I start to miss the cold. And the opposite during the other times of the year. 2-2, and this is going to be called strike 3 to Nungaster. So that's going to be another strikeout. That is strikeout number 3 for Justin Jackson as Nungister is down. And out on the right fielder, Logie. That's the first out of the inning. Pitch to Logie is going to be high ball one, high and inside. Nobody on base. 3-0 Wellston, the score here in the top of the third inning at Veterans Field. And this is going to be fly ball. See if anything happens here. And it's going to be gloved. How about an F2 caught by Aiden Fenwick, the catcher? And just in foul territory for the second out of the inning. So Nungister and Logie are both down. Now back to the top of the order with Blair, who has a clean slate. He was walked first time around. So that leaves them at 0 for 0. Jackson looks in. Again, 2 down. And here's the first pitch to the initial leadoff hitter, Blair. And that is going to be low and outside, ball one. Way out of reach. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 offering is going to be called strike one. That one lands right down the middle. So 1-1 the count. Looks a 1-1 offering, and this one is going to be picked up by the second baseman Barnett. Makes the play over to first to Mason Stevens for the 4-3 and out number 3 of the innings. So as we move on, the score is still Wellston 3, Nelsonville-York nothing. We'll be right back on Total Media Sports.
Come see us at 114 South Ohio Avenue.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Big games require big energy, and Health Watch Good Delights and Meal Prep keeps you fueled all week. The weekly menu drops every Monday on TikTok and Facebook with pickups on Sunday at 806 Diggs Road in Wellston. Healthy made easy. True fans know.
And back here as we have made it to the bottom of the third inning on Total Media Sports, Wellston leads in this TVC Ohio matchup by a score of 3-0. Fenwick, Stevens, and McCorkle due up for Wellston. Aiden Fenwick is 1 for 1. He got a base hit. See what he can do this time. Also, shout out to our producer this evening, Buford Smallwood, running the live stream. Also, nice view of center field with those center field cameras. And haven't had much time to talk about that this season, but great view out in center field with these cameras we have. You get a much better view of some of these pitches than I do sometimes. A fly ball towards right field, and that is going to be another base hit for Aiden Fenwick. And right as Logie, the right fielder, had grabbed that and bobbled it afterwards. But nonetheless, Fenwick is now 2 for 2 as he finds his way on first base. So 1 on for Wellston, nobody out. Mason Stevens up next, and he was met again last time with a fly ball to center. Pitch coming, and this is going to be fouled away. clip that one, and it's going to be an 0-1 count. As home plate umpire coming up here to talk to pitcher Stevie Blair for a moment. Looks like he's bringing some more balls in, too. Has a ball in his hand. I think he's talking just for a moment to Blair. There he goes. Gives him the ball. Stevens will step in here again. Count is 0-1. Stevens, 1-1. That one just barely gloved by Hivner, the catcher for Nelsonville. So it is 1-1. Looks over to first, going to try to make a tag play over to Fenwick, but he stays on first base. Slides back in safely. Now the cloud of dust forms around the first baseline. As it is a 1-1 count, and this is going to be swung on. Looks like outfield going to try to make a play on it. It's going to land in left field, picked up by Sneeden for the fly ball out. So Mason Stevens finds himself out yet again. Fly ball towards left field this time. So he is 0 for 2. Carson McCorkle walked. That was his only time around. So opportunity to put something on the stat line here. Hopefully on the positive end. Again, it is 3-0 with only one out. Looks pitch coming, showing bunt, and that one's going to be a high pitch for a ball one. I think they're still just trying to play small here, just trying to get runners on base right now more than anything. They've already got a runner on first base right now, and that's Aiden Fenwick, and just trying to move runners up ahead. And again, another opportunity at first, and Fenwick again slides back to the bag. McCorkle will step in. Again, 1 ball, no strikes account, 1 out. 3-0 Wellston in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that bunt, and they're going to say it is fouled. A bit of a late call there by the home plate umpire, but that one did not even fully go over the foul line. So it does make it 1-1. That bunt just did not go very far. Still trying to play short and might try that again here with only 1 strike. And the pitch to McCorkle. Yes, he is still showing bunt and fouls it again. So 1-2. So now, for the sake of preserving an out, McCorkle will just have to swing on it. One and two. Pitch coming. That's going to be high and away. 2-2. Again, Carson McCorkle batting with 1 down, and waiting on deck is Kyson Whip. The McCorkle fouled away. Full swing, fouled off again. Can't try button, 2 strikes. So it will be fouled here and hold at a 2-2 count. Two and two, and the wind picks up here, and this is going to be a ground ball towards the second baseman, Richardson. Going to look over to first, and do not see the official sign from the umpire. They're saying out. So that's going to be out number 2 off of a 4-3.
Now batting number 5, Kyson.
So he is 0 for 1 now. Kyson Witt came in, and again, middle lineup hit a big base hit earlier for the Golden Rockets, and then 2 RBIs followed suit after that. Witt being one of the scoring runs. He made his way around the bases. Pitch here to Kyson Witt is going to be low and inside, ball one. That one might have been knees length at best. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Again, runner is on second. Pitch coming, and this is going to be fair, and looks like an opportunity as saying around third, heading home, a scoring opportunity for the Golden Rockets, and it's going to be 4-0 Wellston as Fenwick will make it all the way around. Kyson Witt slides in safely at second base. He gets an RBI double.
Now batting number 4.
So 2 hits for Kyson Witt tonight, 2 for 2. That one bringing in a run. 4-0 now. First run scored of the third inning. Now we're to Elijah Lung. Fly ball last time to left field. That one fouled off towards the parking lot, it looks like. So hopefully no one's vehicle was parked in that general direction. 0-1. I've seen that happen before. Foul balls, like a baseball game I went to one time, foul ball hits the windshield of someone's pickup truck, shattered it. And this is going to be fly towards left, down third baseline, fouled away. So 0-2 with 2 down, and Kyson Witt on second base. Looks into Elijah Lung. Breaking ball, an opportunity here. That's going to go towards shallow left, and telling Kyson Witt to round and score. And the sign in 5-0 Wellston. An RBI single for Elijah Lung.
Now batting number
Grayson Sites up next. Speaking of RBI singles, that's what happened last at bat for Grayson Sites, bringing in one of the runs for the Golden Rockets, which started this scoring streak that has taken place over the last 2 innings. Look, pitch to the designated hitter Sites, and he swings on this towards left center, and that is going to drop. Grayson Sites will find himself on again. The bottom of the lineup really coming through here for Wellston tonight between Kyson Witt, Grayson Sites, Elijah Lung right there. And now Reese Lewis coming in, who also has an RBI. So you like to see these stats for Wellston, especially at this point in the lineup. And not just up high with the leadoff hitters, but down here as well. Again, 2 down for Wellston. Runners on first and second base now. Lewis is going to foul this one off. 0-1 the count. Blair with the pitch to Reese Lewis. Fouled away again. Thankfully, there's a net, or I would be looking for a new pair of glasses. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, that's going to be outside. Going to try to make a play over at second, and I think close. And a good play over to second base to Richardson. However, they're saying that it will still be safe at second base. Close call there at the back. At least from this angle, the umpire saying safe. 0-2 to Lewis. 1-2 rather. This is going to be fly ball out in the foul territory, picked up by Hivner for out number 3. So the fly ball will be thrown out, but not before the Golden Rockets make this 5-0 heading into the 4th inning. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors on Total Media Sports, presented by the Rocket Diamond Club.
Success in baseball is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. These same qualities are important to Lockhart Insurance Agency. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We would like to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies. Looking for firearms, ammunition, military surplus, or survival supplies? Lock and Loaded Outfitters in Wellston has you covered at 107 West Broadway Street in Wellston. Open Monday through Saturday. At Southern Ohio Smiles in Jackson, they're proud to support our local athletes. Offering general dental services and implant dentistry, they can help your smile be strong on and off the field. Call 740-577-3230 or visit them at 41 East South Street in Jackson. For excavation done right, trust Thompson & Son Excavation and Hauling. Proudly serving our community with dependable service and free estimates. Give them a call at 740-577-5577 or 740-577-1302. Teamwork, dedication, and sacrifice. The same values we see on the field are values held by our members of the VFW Post 9092 of Wellston. Proudly serving veterans, their families, and our community, the VFW works every day to honor those who served our country through local programs.
Woolham, Hivner, and Sullivan due up next for Nelsonville-York, as we have already made it to the top of the fourth inning. 5 runs brought on, but this one right now has just only eclipsed an hour. So a fast-paced one, fourth inning. And this one's going to be low and away, ball one. Woolham got out of his first at-bat, so he is 0 for 1. And this is, not been able to get a whole lot of anything. Nelsonville has not gotten a single hit here tonight. The only times they've been able to get on base was a single walk, and that was all the way back in the first inning. And that one is going to hit the inside corner for a 1-1 count. Justin Jackson has 3 strikeouts. The rest were flyouts. The 1-1 offering. And that's going to be close and a bit high, too, for a 2-1 count. Gotta be careful here. So again, 2-1 to Woolham. The pitch from Justin Jackson. And this one is going to be up in the air. An opportunity to make a play on this, and it is going to be caught by Aiden Fenwick for the out. Catcher able to get on that one. Good hustle by Fenwick. Well, that's 2 down. Well, 1 down. As Woolham is out, now we're to Hivner. Fly ball to first base. That was his first at-bat. That was out. So he's 0 for 1. Here, a flock of geese coming through. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hopefully one of those fly balls doesn't hit a member of those geese. And this is going to be ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. That's the count to Hivner at the plate. 5-3, Wellston with the lead over next door in softball competition. Again, Jordan Arthur has that over on Total Sports YouTube. It's going to be called ball 3 here at the plate to Hivner. So hitters count 3 balls, no strikes. And a pitch, swing and a miss. We're called strike 1. Jackson able to catch Hivner swinging. He'll stay at the plate for the moment. 3-1 count. Pitch coming, and this one is going to be ball 4, and that is the second walk allowed here tonight by Justin Jackson. So Hivner will find himself on first base. A rare sight here for the Buckeyes this evening, is this is only the second time they've been able to get a runner on. Again, both times as a result of a walk. Sullivan coming up 0 for 1. Struck out by the man on the hill right now, Jackson, first time around. And caught swinging there for an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. The count here to Sullivan, the shortstop for Nelsonville. Pitch coming from Jackson, and that is going to hit the outside corner. Looks like Sullivan was a bit confused by that. The officials saying within the strike zone. So 0-2 the count. Here's Jackson, and that is going to be strike 3 on the outside corner. And that's going to be an out. Sullivan is struck out. So that's going to be the second out here of the fourth inning. As Richardson comes up next. Again, runner hanging right now on first base. No runs brought in yet in this one for Nelsonville-York. It is still 5-0 Wellston here in the top of the fourth inning. Looks in, pitch to Richardson, and swung on and missed. A bit of a close pitch, too, and he still swung on that for an 0-1 count. So 0-1, two-way, pitch, and strike two. Down on the count right now, no balls, 2 strikes. Still runner on first. Justin Jackson looks in, and that is going to say just out. And I think the Rocket fans down here thought that that was called strike 3 as they allowed a couple strikes within that area to land. However, home plate umpire this time rules it ball 1, so it is a 1-2 count. And that is going to be ball 2. So evens it up here with 2-2. Looks to Richardson. Strike 3. Got him. And the score here is still Wellston 5, Nelsonville-York nothing, but the Rockets coming to bat. In the bottom of the fourth inning, there was 1 Buckeye left on base as a result of a walk, and we'll be right back on Total Media Sports.
Wellston continues to make a difference, honoring service and supporting our community.
Every win starts with a strong game plan, and every project starts with Wilson Excavating. For demolition needs or installation of underground water, storm, and sewer lines, call 740-357-8471.
Hello, I'm Dustin Jackson. I'm a catcher. I'm a senior for the Wellston baseball team. On behalf of Wellston High School baseball and softball, I'd like to thank our Golden Rocket Diamond Club Gold Level sponsors for supporting our season.
Hi, I'm Maisie Wyatt, a senior. I played third base, and I'd like to thank Young's Mechanical Installation.
Hi, my name's Maddie Childers, senior, and I play catcher, and I'd like to thank the Wellston American Legion.
Hello, my name's Adrian. I'm a senior, so I play second base. I'd like to thank Jerry's Do-It Center.
Hi, my name is Mason Stevens. I'm a senior. I play first base, and I'd like to thank Jackson Brothers Construction.
Hi, I'm Carson Rapoco. I'm a senior, play center field, and I'd like to thank Carlisle Insurance.
Hi, I'm Riley Long, senior, play third base, and I like to thank General Mills.
Hi, I'm Reese Lewis, senior. I play third base. I'd like to thank the Sons of America League.
Thank you to all of our Rocket Diamond Club Gold sponsors for supporting Wellston baseball and softball.
Back here in Wellston, the top of the order, Braxton Ingalls, Dalton Barnett, Aiden Cook, the 3 up next for the Golden Rockets. And we'll see if Braxton Ingalls can do something here for Wellston, as thus far he's tried something but to no avail, as he is 0 for 2, finding himself flyouts both times that he's come up to bat. One landed towards short, and then the other one all the way in the outfield towards center. Thus far, we played about an hour and 10 minutes in this one. Started pretty close to exactly 5 p.m. here tonight. As Braxton Ingalls comes up to bat, his 3rd time at the plate this evening.
Now batting number 1, Braxton Ingalls.
And looks in, pitch there. It's going to be fouled off. So it is right now an 0-1 count to Ingalls. Still 5-3 over next door. Wellston softball the lead. Pitch to Braxton Ingalls. Going to be outside. Muscle looks like might have been a bit low. 1-1. 76 degrees. I kind of underestimated a little bit. I knew it was a warm day. And it's going to be ground line drive towards right center. And Braxton Ingalls will get his first base hit here of the night. Ingalls finds himself on. Now we're to Dalton Barnett, who got himself a base hit. His second at bat, he's 50% total. See if he can do that here again. It's cool, all these Golden Rockets, they have their own unique walk-up music. Kind of feels like Major League Baseball there. Breaking ball, but not within the zone for a 1-0 count. I'd have to do some thinking. I don't know what my walk-up music would be. I have to think about that one. Breaking ball, now it's going to be called strike one, so 1-1 the count. Another breaking ball there by Blair. So it is 1-1. Again, just getting to the bottom of the fourth inning here at Veterans Field. Pitch coming, and that one way outside. Looking over at first, and doesn't make a play on it. So it is going to be 2-1 the count. And with the way Wellston has been hitting over the last couple innings, the last thing you want right now, if you're Nelsonville, is to allow a walk situation. Now 3-1 count. 5 runs scored across the second and third innings. Dry on both sides across the first. Looks over to first, slides back safely. Braxton Ingalls will hang at the bag. Pitch to Barnett. And that one is going to be away from the catcher and looks like going to be on first and second base. And that was a walk right there for Barnett. So he'll stay at 50%. Aiden Fenwick coming up next. Showing no signs of rust at the plate here tonight. He's been 2 for 2 base hits both times around. Now with runners on first and second. Pitch coming, and that one's going to be in the outside corner. You got Ingalls at second base. You got Barnett at first. Oh, 0-1, and caught him swinging. It was a bit of an outside pitch. Looks like it was designed to catch Fenwick swinging, and that's exactly what they did, leading to a rough 0-2 count. Fenwick is going to get this one, and how about this? Aiden Fenwick is going to find himself on first base. He is 3 for 3 and loads the bases here for Wellston. Base hit after base hit after base hit.
24, Mason.
And now to Mason Stevens. Two fly balls in a row out, and he's 0 for 2. Stevens will step in. Good situation if you're Wellston. Nobody out, and the bases are loaded. Pitch coming to Mason Stevens, and that is going to be ball 1. I think they're saying it was a little inside there. So 1-0 the count. Looks pitch coming, and that's going to be 1-1. The pitch to Mason Stevens, breaking ball low. 2-1. Here's the pitch from Blair, and it's going to be 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th inning, 5-0, Wellston on top. And the pitch, and this one is going to go towards right center, where it is, I think it's going to be runner scoring for Wellston. Slides in safe, this Braxton Ingalls. And I think center fielder did not quite grab that at first. He got it, so just trying to figure that one out. So I think we got one down. Yes, 6-0 Wellston. Hard for me to see all the way out there in right center field. There's this wonderful thing called astigmatism. And let's just say it's no fun. So I will count as a sacrifice fly for Mason Stevens. With one down. It's showing bunt here, and that is a nice bunt by McCorkle. And they're going to throw it over to first base for out number 2. Runners will advance to second and third. But that is the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 5, Kyson.
Kyson went up next. He got an RBI double his last at-bat. He is 2 for 2. An opportunity here because a run just around the corner. Note to self, bring binoculars next time. And the pitch to Kyson went, and that's going to be fly ball towards center field, and I think that's going to be it. Yes, caught out there by Nungaster for out number 3. Run brought in off a sacrifice fly makes it 6-0 Wellston as we head into the next inning here on Total Media Sports.
Wellston, every baseball and softball season begins with a promise. A promise to show up, hard work, and represent our Rocket community with pride. But behind every swing, every pitch, every young athlete, there's a team you don't always see. The Golden Rocket Diamond Club makes it all possible, providing gear, equipment, field support, and opportunities for every player who wears the blue and gold. This is Total Media Sports coverage of Wellston baseball and softball, proudly presented by the Golden Rocket Diamond Club.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration.
And back here in Wellston, 6-0 as we head into the top of the 5th inning. Already 5 innings here. How about that? Again, we're talking about how quick this one has been. As if my book is correct, it should be Boggs, Sneeden, and Nungaster due up next for Nelsonville-York. Wellston continuing their run streak, bringing in yet another run there in the 4th inning. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th now. Yes, it is Boggs. Boggs, Sneeden, Nungaster. Boggs is 0 for 1. Connection from Braxton Ingalls to Mason Stevens off a ground ball. Got him out last time around. Again, Nelsonville still looking for their first hit of the game. And the pitch by Jackson, and this one is going to be popped over to Ingalls, shortstop. Going to make the play to Stevens. Nice throw from Braxton Ingalls to get the out. He's got a nice arm on him. You can see why he's playing short when he's not playing pitcher. And also, it works out well for him on the hill because we've seen him put up double digits in terms of strikeouts this year. So that is going to be the first out of the inning. Boggs down in quick fashion. So 1 down for the Buckeyes. Now we're to Sneeden. Pitch coming, and that's going to go low and through the dirt. 1-0 the count. That one also out of Fenwick's glove. Catcher not able to bring that one in. And the pitch to Sneeden outside. So that is going to be ball 2. The 2-0 offering. That's going to go through the dirt and pass the catcher again for ball 3. Jackson did allow another walk in the 4th inning. He has 2 walks total. Walks 1, maybe 2 more. They might go up and talk to him on the hill. And the 3-0 offering. That finds its mark, 3-1. Bounces back with a pitch there down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sneeden batting, Nungister on deck. Here's a pitch, and that is going to be strike 2. Would have been, I think, either way. It was letter's length. Right to the numerals, so it is going to be 2-2. Pitch from Jackson, and that's going to be strike 3. Justin Jackson bouncing back from that. It was a rough start there on the hill against Sneeden, but then he's able to find his way back through, battles back for the 2nd out of the inning. So that's 2 up, 2 down. Now to Nungister, who's coming up here to bat again. And this is his 2nd at bat. He's 0 for 1. Got dealt a struck out in his 1st at bat. Strikeout. Pitch here, Jackson, and fouled off. That one's back to the fence, 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch is going to be clipped, fouled off, and I think that one might have actually hit the home plate umpire, and he's bouncing back from that one. He had to step off for a second. That one rattled him. The umpire taking a second here to himself again. I think foul ball. I think I might have got him a little bit, and he's pointing to his face, but I think he's saying he's all right. Smile on his face. He's good. So the count here is 0-2. The pitch from Jackson to Nuster is going to be high for ball 1. So 1-2 high and inside to the center fielder. Pitch coming. Breaking ball, and that's going to be ball 2. 2-2. That evens up the count. Again, it's been 2 up, 2 down thus far in the inning. Pitch coming, and that's going to be right in there. Curveball, strike 3, and a nice pitch by Justin Jackson to put away the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Buckeyes. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, the score is still Wellston 6, Nelsonville-York nothing here on Total Media Sports.
It's the foundation of our projects and our company, which started in a garage with 2 people and a dream, now employs over 100 with offices locally in Wellston, Waterford, and Cincinnati. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at beliciofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Big plays, big smiles, and unforgettable moments. Capture them all with Corinne Janet Photography. From rocket game nights to senior portraits, family sessions, and special events, book your memories with Corinne today.
Come see the friendly faces at Gas and Stuff in Hamden for great deals on your favorite stuff. Gas and Stuff offers a wide variety of scrumptious hot and fresh pizzas and subs. Don't worry if you're watching your calories. They also offer crisp cold salads. And don't forget about your favorite Ohio lottery games. Gas and Stuff, convenience with a smile.
Built on hard work and hometown pride, Keith Mannering Trucking proudly supports local schools while delivering dependable hauling and trucking services throughout our community. Give Keith a call at
6-0 Wellston, with the Rockets coming back up to bat once again in the bottom of the 5th inning. McCorkle, Witt, and Lung to the middle of the lineup right now. Those are the 3 due up for the Golden Rockets. I think I might be... I see Lung out here warming up. I might have said that wrong. We'll see here, and I think it is actually Elijah Lung. My bad. So that's right, yeah, because it goes... Okay, I think we're squared away here now, so we'll see.
Now batting number 4, Elijah Lung.
Lung up here to bat. Got an RBI single, his second at bat. Pitch coming, and this is going to be immediately ground ball. It's going to be rolled away as Sullivan, the shortstop, cannot pick that one up. So Lung will find himself on base. So have to catch up here. That was... So now we're to Sides and Lewis. Have to get a couple of these squared away here in the book. I know we got our statistics in the game changer, so we'll see. But nonetheless, McCorkle and Witt, and I just need to get that updated. We'll do that during the break. But it's going to be Sites, the designated hitter, up next, and then he'll be followed by Lewis. And it's going to be a bunt. And oh, that one is going to be, they're saying foul. I think he's saying foul, but no. Okay, by the way he was signaling, I thought he was waving foul, but no. So runners are on first and second now for the Golden Rockets. Off a bunt as Blair dived in to try to get that. And I think that's probably where that came in, because he just dived right forward for that. So it'd be a ball in play, live foul ball. So not foul ball, but live bunt off ball. So it is runners on first, runners on second. Reese Lewis up next. Fouled away.
Sacrifice fly.
And Reese Lewis here at the plate. Up here. All right, pitch coming, and that's going to be a breaking ball way outside. Going to look over at second base to Elijah Lung, and he'll be safe at second. So we got a runner on second. We got one on first. Looks pitch coming to Lewis. And this is going to be picked up. Fielder's choice will get out Lung, an opportunity at first. And that's, are they saying no? He's going to be safe at first. Reese Lewis will be trying the double play. It was a close one, but the fielder's choice does bring up and out. So Lewis will be safe at first.
Braxton Ingles.
He is 2 for 3. Now Braxton Ingles 1 for 3 and finally able to get a hit his third at bat. Caden Sharp will be pinch running. He comes in for, I believe, Lewis. All right, so Caden Sharp checks in for the first time tonight. Wellston going for the pinch runners. And that is going to be breaking ball in the outside corner. Just got in for called strike one to Ingles. So the count here is no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Braxton, foul off. So no balls, 2 strikes. Ingles batting with Barnett due up next. Runners on second and first. And here's the pitch by Blair. That is going to be ball 2. Pitched Ingles, and this is going to be a line drive. Braxton Ingles, and a runner looks like he's going to try to score, and safe at home, 7-0. Braxton Ingles with an RBI. 7-0. Wellston now in the fifth with one out.
Batting number 2, Dalton
Barnett. Barnett is 50%, 1 for 2 with a walk. Runners on second and first still here. Still adding on to what's now a 7-run lead. And a well-placed bunt down the first baseline, and they make the play over to first for the out. But that does advance runners to third and second, so that does do its job there, squeezes those runners up a base.
Now batting number 20,
Aiden Fenwick come next. So Fenwick will make his way up to the plate where he is a perfect 3 for 3. See if he can keep that going. Again, runners moved up to second and third. The pitch to Aiden Fenwick, and this is going to be fly ball towards right field, and it's going to be another hit for Aiden Fenwick and an RBI. Fenwick is 4 for 4. What a game here for this young man.
Batting number 24, Mason.
Now it's 8-0 with 2 down, but remember we do of course have the 10-run rule if we were to get to that before the 7th inning. Mason Stevens coming to bat. Looks back over to first, safe. Stevens, on the other hand, is 0 for 3. Still looking for opportunity to get on base. Pitch to Mason Stevens is going to be, I think, staying just a bit high. Ball 1. Again, runners on the corners here for Wellston now. Pitch to Mason Stevens, and they're going to try to steal second base, and will slide in safely. As Fenwick will move up to second base. Move up, and that was an umpire's here, and I think they're coming up here to the pitcher, talking things over and handing them balls. So I think we're going to have a pitching change for Nelsonville, and pitched 5 innings, almost complete here, did Stevie Blair, and they're going to make a change, so we'll see who the Buckeyes bring up to the hill. And while they make this change, and I think that is what they're doing, see if we can get an idea of who it might be. I think they're looking at Richardson. So that'd be Zach Richardson, if I'm correct, and he's been playing over at second base. I think that's who they were looking at, but we'll see. I think they're bringing someone in now from the outfield. They were looking at Zach Richardson, but I'm not sure. This feels like a pitching change coming by the way things look. I don't think that, I could be wrong, but I don't think that Stevie Blair is staying on the hill. Reese Logie, I think. We'll keep it right here for a moment and see what's going on. And yes, Reese Logie is indeed going to move up to pitcher. Stevie Blair, I think, will go all the way out to the outfield. So that will be the change. And while Logie warms up here, we got a pitching change. We're going to step aside and be back in 1 minute on Total Media Sports.
740-418-4295. If life throws you a curveball, you don't have to face it alone. For local experienced legal representation, call Lori Silcott Ousley, attorney at law, 740-384-1900. Win or lose, we all deserve a treat. Celebrate Rocket baseball and softball with something sweet from Newkirk Bakery. Grab fresh baked favorites and our fun canned drinks for the whole team. Newkirk's Bakery, the sweetest stop in Wellston. Don't strike out on dinner. After cheering on your team, swing by the patio Grubs and Subs for hot, fresh pizza the whole crew will love. Now that is a game night win. Come see us at 114 South Ohio Avenue.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
At Ryle, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of.
And Reese Logie gets his warm-ups in. And I think, with that being said, Logie, who was out in right field, I believe Blair moved out in his place. But nonetheless, Logie will be pitching now for Nelsonville-York. They make a change here in the 5th inning, with the count being 2-1. Now it is ball 3. So met here with a hitter's count to Mason Stevens. Again, there are 2 outs here for the Rockets. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Pitch coming to Stevens. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. That's going to be the first walk allowed here for Reese Logie.
Now batting number
No strikeouts, I don't think. No. There were no strikeouts tonight for Stevie Blair. How about that, though, for a statistic? A lot of ground outs and fly ball outs, but yet to strike a Golden Rocket out here tonight. We knew that we were keeping track of Nelsonville with the hitting, but still looks like pitching as well. As McCorkle is up next. Carson McCorkle. Pitch here from Logie to McCorkle. That was close. McCorkle had to back away from that one. If he would have taken it, would have been a go-ahead run and another score, but just avoids that hit. Logie's 2-0. Ball 3. Again, bases are loaded, so a walk would bring a run in. Pitch coming to Carson McCorkle, fouls that one off. Looked like he was prepared for a strong swing on that one, and just fouls that one away for a 3-1 count. The score next door in softball is in the 6th inning. The score is Wellston 8, Nelsonville-York 3. Carson McCorkle at the plate here again, a 3-1 count. Logie's pitch. Full count. Got him swinging on that one. Again, 2 outs. So if Logie does get this strikeout, to his credit, this would be big for the relief pitcher. Full count pitch coming here to McCorkle, and this one's going to be fouled away. Count will hold. I do not like that sound. Foul ball, and I think it sounded like it hit something metallic, and I just hope that that said thing does not have 4 wheels and an engine. Pitch coming to McCorkle, and this one, and looks like it's going to be playable in foul territory for out number 3. So the score remains Wellston 8, Nelsonville-York nothing. And as we head into the 6th inning, we'll be right back on Total Media Sports.
Abilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Big games require big energy, and Health Watch Good Delights and Meal Prep keeps you fueled all week. The weekly menu drops every Monday on TikTok and Facebook, with pickups on Sunday at 806 Diggs Road in Wellston. Healthy made easy. True fans know that success in baseball is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. These same qualities are important to Lockhart Insurance Agency. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We would like to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best company. Looking for firearms, ammunition, military surplus, or survival supplies? Lock and Loaded Outfitters in Wellston has you covered at 107 West Broadway Street in Wellston. Open Monday through Saturday. At Southern Ohio Smiles in Jackson, they're proud to support our local athletes. Offering general dental services and implant dentistry, they can help your smile be strong on and off.
And back here to the bottom of the order to Reese Logie, followed by Stevie Blair and Jackson Woolham. 8-0 Wellston in the top of the 6th inning. Runners were left on base for the Golden Rockets. There were 2 left on. And with the way things were going, looked like Wellston had a chance to put that one away in 5. But this one will continue for another inning. Logie is 0 for 1 here tonight, only his second at bat. Been going through these outs. And that was a fly ball to the catcher, Aiden Fenwick. Justin Jackson looks first offering, strike 1. Caught him swinging. So no balls, 1 strike the count here to Logie. Logie currently playing relief pitcher defensively, started in the outfield, and that's going to be fouled off down third. Again, he was playing right field up until this past inning when Nelsonville-York went for a pitching change. Here's a pitch from Justin Jackson. That's going to be ball 1. High and inside. Sun's starting to go down here in Wellston. Pitch coming, and this is going to be called ball. 2-2. And the pitch to Reese Logie is going to be ball 3. They're saying a bit outside. So now it's a full count. Jackson shakes it off, steps back up. And the full count pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. And that is going to be walk number 3, allowed on the night by Justin Jackson. So runner on first for Nelsonville-York. Stevie Blair up next. Moved to the outfield again. Pitched almost 5 complete innings. Talking about the Buckeyes here. We'll get to this thought after the pitch that's about to come from Jackson. That is going to hit the outside corner, called strike 1. We'll see what happens here, but out of their 4 games, 3 of the 4 have ended in less than 7 innings. The only one that's went Broadway was the game against Athens. It was a full 7-inning contest there. Athens with a 5-0 shutout that night. It is 0-2, the count here at the plate to Blair. And here's Justin Jackson with the 0-2 offering. That's going to hit the dirt for ball 1. Maybe hoping for a swing on that one. So the 1-2 pitch. And this is going to be a ground ball towards Ingles. Going to make the fielder's choice to second, but a runner is going to be safe on first. And how about this? That is the first hit of the entire game for Nelsonville-York. And it comes at the hands of Stevie Blair. But not before the fielder's choice gets Logie out at second. So 1 down. Runner on first, Woolham at the plate, and that's going to be called strike 1. Pitch there by Justin Jackson. Again, first home start here tonight for the senior. It's an 0-1 count. Make that 0-2. Two good pitches in a row here. And to Woolham, and this is going to be picked up by Reese Lewis. Nice grab and a play over to second. Now the first rounds the bases, double play, and big defensive moves right there by the Golden Rockets to put away the sixth inning. So as we head to the bottom, the score is Nelsonville-York 8, Wellston nothing. Again, big double play by the Golden Rockets, and we'll be right back on Total Media Sports.
Call 740-577-3230 or visit them at 41 East South Street in Jackson. For excavation done right, trust Thompson & Son Excavation and Hauling. Proudly serving our community with dependable service and free estimates. Give them a call at 740-577-5577 or 740-577-1302. Teamwork, dedication, and sacrifice. The same values we see on the field are values held by our members of the VFW Post 9092 of Wellston. Proudly serving veterans, their families, and our community, the VFW works every day to honor those who served our country. Through local programs and community support, Post 9092 of Wellston continues to make a difference, honoring service and supporting our community.
Every win starts with a strong game plan, and every project starts with Wilson Excavating. For demolition needs or installation of underground water, storm, and sewer lines, call 740-357-8471.
Hello, I'm Dustin Jackson.
And back here, the score is heading into the bottom of the sixth inning. Wellston 8, Nelsonville-York nothing. As Logie again pitching here, this will be his first complete inning. Logie came in relief of Stevie Blair midway through the fifth inning. Now here in the sixth, getting some warm-up pitches in. Catcher makes his way back out here on the field. For Wellston, it'll be Witt, Lung, and Seitz. Again, appreciate all of you sticking around here tonight on Total Media Sports. If you follow Total Media on Facebook, Total Media Sports, they got Facebook, they got Instagram, and of course here on YouTube, you'll get notified about the latest from Total Media Sports contests, not only for Wellston, but several other high schools in the area. Jackson locally, just down the highway, but also some further TVC coverage over in the Meigs area. Pitch coming, and this is going to be fouled off. Battle up for that, and again, it's Kyson Witt. It's an 0-1 count. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to come down to one of two things. Either what happens in this inning, or if the defense can just put it away at the top of the seventh. Pitch coming to Witt, and that is going to be a 1-1 count. Witt steps in, pitch coming, and that one is high, and wow, I don't know how the catcher caught that, Hibner, but somehow cat-like reflexes grabbing that. Not as if it would have mattered for anything, no Rockets on base, but still a good snag. That's another close pitch. Those ones coming right at the head of Witt, so he has to duck down from these. It's a 3-1 count. And here's the pitch. And that's ball 4. So Witt will be walked. And now we're to Elijah Lung. Hits in his last 2 at-bats. He's 2 for 3 total.
Elijah Lung. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're the talent all I take when my head hurts.
Pitch to Elijah Lung. Ball 1. Looking over at first. That one back to the back. One ball, no strikes. The count here to Elijah Lung. The pitch coming. And this is going to be picked up. Going to maybe make the player to second. He's going to be safe. And looks like runners are going to be on first and second now as Kyson Witt moves over to second base. And successfully on first is Elijah Lung. That's his third hit of the night. Grayson Seitz coming up here. He is looking right here, a quiet 3 for 3. Well, I know we had our eyes on Aiden Fenwick, but another perfect hitter thus far tonight, according to my statistics, the designated hitter. Pitch coming for Seitz. It's going to be high. Looks over at second base. All is good. The ball free, but everyone is going to hold. Seitz and then again Lewis due up next. Nobody out. 2 runs from potentially putting this one away if they can get there. Pitch coming to the DH. Swung on and missed. Again, looking over at second, just trying to get a tag out, but nothing happening. It is a 1-1 count. Ooh, had to duck away from that one. And still looks up to third. He might have to try to make it now as they're going to tag around and slides in. And he is going to be just out at, I think they're saying out at second. And Kyson Witt will head back to the dugout. And that's the complete first out of the inning. So Witt is down. Lung on first. And Witt had a little bit more reaction time than I think he realized he had right there, and tried to make his way back to second base. He's thinking maybe it was another routine tag. I didn't realize how far behind the ball was, and that is going to be ball 1, but that could have been a steal on third base. The Seitz will step in with a 2-1 count. Pitch coming to Seitz. And that is going to be 2-2. Evens it out 2 apiece. Again, 1 down. Pitch coming. And that is going to be called ball. I think correction was a full count. I had that wrong. That was 2-2. It was a full count. And it's going to be a walk for Seitz. So it does keep him at 100% hitting-wise with a walk to his name. Reese Lewis up next, and runners back to first and second base.
I might be too strong out on compliments.
Get 1 down and back to the top of the order after this with Braxton Ingles. Looks into Lewis. Fouled away. All the way back to the fence for an 0-1 count. And the pitch is going to be ball 1, 1-1. It looks back over to second base. Runners a mile ahead there. Lung back to the bag before the defense can even react. The 1-1 count to Lewis. And good shot, but fouled off. That would have been a deep line drive down third baseline had it stayed fair. So Lewis comes back in. Get some balls back in play here. As Lewis will step back up with a 1-2 count. Sin pitch to Lewis. And that is going to be a wild pitch, and no doubt about it there. Runners will advance to second and third. Lung is on third. Seitz is on second. And Lewis still at the plate with a 2-2 count. Pitch to Reese Lewis. Oh! That hit him off the side of the cap, but it looks like he ducked just down. He's all right. Thankfully, that's why you wear those caps. But it does load the bases. If not, that would have been quite the shot. That's a hit by pitch.
Batting number 1, Braxton Ingalls.
Braxton Ingalls will come up next. 2 hits in a row. He's 50%, 2 for 4. A base hit and an RBI single. Again, bases loaded with 2 runs needed to put this away in the 6th. And here's the offering to Ingalls. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes, pitch coming, and Braxton Ingalls finds it. Line drive down right field, rounding third, headed home, and I think that this will do it. And slides in, safe, scores. Grayson Seitz with the 10th run, and that will do it. And Wellston puts this away in 6 innings by a score of 10-0. A win right there for the Golden Rockets, and they remain undefeated in the TVC. Florida and Justin Jackson, as we were just quick to remember, threw a no-hitter. A couple walks, but other than that, no hits at all. Big one for the senior. Justin Jackson completes the no-hitter. And a big game for him. Again, the final score, 10-0 in favor of the Wellston Golden Rockets. And we'll step aside for post-game coverage. More your way on Total Media Sports.
I'm a catcher. I'm a senior for the Wellston baseball team. On behalf of Wellston High School baseball and softball, I'd like to thank our Golden Rocket Diamond Club Gold Level sponsors for supporting our season.
Hi, I'm Maisie Wyatt, a senior. I played third base, and I'd like to thank Young's Mechanical Installation.
Hi, my name's Maddie Childers, senior, and I play catcher, and I'd like to thank the Wellston American Legion.
Hello, my name's Adrian. I'm a senior, so I play second base. I'd like to thank Jerry's Do It Center.
Hi, my name is Mason Stevens. I'm a senior. I play first base, and I'd like to thank Jackson Brothers Construction.
Hi, I'm Carson Rapoco. I'm a senior, play center field. I'd like to thank Carlisle Insurance.
Hi, I'm Riley Long, senior, play third base, and I'd like to thank General Mills.
Hi, I'm Reese Lewis, senior. I play third base. I'd like to thank the Sons of America League.
Thank you to all of our Rocket Diamond Club Gold sponsors for supporting Wellston baseball and softball.
In Wellston, every baseball and softball season begins with a promise. A promise to show up, hard work, and represent our Rocket community with pride. But behind every swing, every pitch, every young athlete, there's a team you don't always see. The Golden Rocket Diamond Club makes it all possible, providing gear, equipment, field support, and opportunities for every player who wears the blue and gold. This is Total Media Sports coverage of Wellston baseball and softball, proudly presented by the Golden Rocket Diamond Club.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. What started in a garage with 2 people and a dream now employs over 100 with offices locally in Wellston, Waterford, and Cincinnati. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at beliciofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Big plays, big smiles, and unforgettable moments. Capture them all with Corinne Janet Photography. From rocket game nights to senior portraits, family sessions, and special events, book your memories with Corinne today.
Come see the friendly faces at Gas and Stuff in Hamden for great deals on your favorite stuff. Gas and Stuff offers a wide variety of scrumptious hot and fresh pizzas and subs. Don't worry if you're watching your calories. They also offer crisp cold salads. And don't forget about your favorite Ohio lottery games. Gas and Stuff, convenience with a smile.
Built on hard work and hometown pride, Keith Mannering Trucking proudly supports local schools while delivering dependable hauling and trucking services throughout our community. Give Keith a call at 740-418-4295. If life throws you a curveball, you don't have to face it alone. For local experienced legal representation, call Lori Silcott Ousley, attorney at law, 740-384-1900. Win or lose, we all deserve a treat. Celebrate Rocket baseball and softball with something sweet from Newkirk Bakery. Grab fresh baked favorites and our fun canned drinks for the whole team. Newkirk's Bakery, the sweetest stop in Wellston. Don't strike out on dinner. After cheering on your team, swing by the patio Grubs and Subs for hot, fresh pizza the whole crew will love. Now that is a game night win. Come see us at 114 South Ohio Avenue.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
At Ryle, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
And help watch good delights and meal prep keeps you fueled all week. The weekly menu drops every Monday on TikTok and Facebook with pickups on Sunday at 806 Dix Road in Wellston. Healthy made easy. True fans know that success in baseball is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. These same qualities are important to Lockwood Insurance Agency. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We would like to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best company. Looking for firearms, ammunition, military surplus, or survival supplies? Lock and Loaded Outfitters in Wellston has you covered at 107 West Broadway Street in Wellston. Open Monday through Saturday. At Southern Ohio Smiles in Jackson, they're proud to support our local athletes, offering general dental services.
And back here in Wellston, I know we're going to have a couple of post-game interviews here in a second, and got a couple boys heading our way, but the rain is just slowly starting here, but at least we got this one in good time. Final score here tonight, Wellston 10, Nelsonville-York nothing. Justin Jackson pitches a no-hitter. Just wanted to clarify one thing on my end. Of course, the one that we initially has hit was a fielder's choice on one end, so that doesn't count. And from there was just walks. That's the only way that Nelsonville found themselves on base tonight, were off walks and just one fielder's choice. Other than that, Justin Jackson, the senior for Wellston, pitches a no-hitter here tonight. He normally plays catcher for the Golden Rockets. However, tonight, he pitched a no-hitter, and folks, no matter how you throw it, no matter the certain statistical technicalities behind it, to pitch a no-hitter, no matter the circumstances, is not an easy accomplishment to do, and you see it sometimes, but a big one right there, so congratulations to that young man again, a no-hitter for Wellston. And so, looks like we got some Golden Rockets coming in here. Just grab the headset, it's right here by. We're going to get you one at a time, and we'll start here with Justin Jackson. So, this is the one that we're looking forward to first off. And first off, Justin, congratulations, a no-hitter, and no matter how you throw it, like I'm saying, yeah. I mean, it's not an easy accomplishment right there, and you come out, I mean, just how you feeling?
Yeah, oh, no, it's awesome. I realized in about the fourth inning, I was like, we got a spot, we're in a chance for it. And then, man, after Reese made that play in the sixth inning to turn the double play, man, it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, just a couple walks and a fielder's choice. Other than that, strikeout after strikeout, and then not allowing those hits to go, fly balls out. Just defensively, a good team effort tonight.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So just I know, first off, I mean, of course, you came in, and normally you play catcher. At least you have the last few games here this year. But then, other than, of course, with Valley moving over to first, but other than that, you've been playing catcher most of the year.
Yes, sir. I've always caught since my freshman year. I started throwing a little bit last year, and definitely developed into a pitcher this year. So.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, it was a great outing for you tonight. We all know that. And just, again, congratulations to you, Justin.
Thank you.
And a big one. We got a couple other boys here. See if we can get them over here while we got the time to do so. And Justin Jackson. All right, so we're going to try to get you here one at a time here. So we'll get over here. All right, coming up next is going to be McCorkle. And, well, I know you kind of came in here, but it's just So just either way, good win here tonight for you. Congratulations on the win.
Yes, thank you. Super proud of Justin. He did a great job tonight. We started to realize about the third or fourth inning the no-hitter was coming, and great defensive effort by the teams. A great double play there that really set the tone, and by then we knew he was going to get it.
Well, just looking at you, of course, a lot of defensive plays here tonight for Wellston. Infield, outfield, both here tonight. Some big plays there, and just overall great team effort for all of you.
Yeah, we looked really good tonight. Moves us to 4-0 in league play.
That's always a good feeling, though, right there, just to be 4-0 in the league. And like I said, all your wins this season have come in the league, and that right there is a win in itself. I mean, of course, you look at your non-conference schedule, and I don't know how much you follow it, but you look at some of those teams, and those are tough teams that you guys have played here this year.
We have to play Lucasville, which is a really good team. We have Menford later in the year. They're pretty solid.
And then like I said, you just had Greenfield about a week ago.
McLean's always pretty good.
McLean's always good. And then, like I said, you guys got a couple coming up. You guys will be at the VA next week against Piketon. So you guys got some tough opponents there. But either way, Carson, anyone you want to shout out?
My pitcher.
Well,
my pitcher.
That's an easy one, the no-hitter.
Braxton Ingalls, always doing his job anytime you ask him, and super proud of Fenwick catching. He's done really well these past 2 games.
We had him at a 4 for 4, and he came in here plus the RBI near the end. He had himself a perfect stat line here tonight, and just
he's done pretty well. Super proud of him.
Great hitting, but thank you, Carson McCorkle, and we've got one more to go. Reese Lewis. All right. It's a bit crammed in here, but Reese Lewis making his way around here next. And Reese, I know last time was a hit by pitch, and thankfully you guys wear hats because that one would have hit you square in the head.
Yes, sir. Yes, it would have.
But I'm glad you're all right, though. But either way, you take a look there, you had, I believe, I say here an RBI to start, and that's always a good way to set the tone.
It got the tone started. I think we had 2 runs at the time and had a sack bunt that got us an RBI.
Grayson got an RBI before you, and then you come right up next. And I believe there was an error by Nelsonville as well when you throw that in there. So a good hit by you. Then, of course, you got another one, so you were 2 for 3, and just any time you can be ahead of the stat line's a good night.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Always.
That is, and then just, like I said, big win here tonight, and just been watching you all season, and just, like I said, like we were just talking with Carson about a moment ago, to be undefeated in the TVC, despite certain things with non-conference. Always a great feeling, but either way, how you feeling looking ahead? Of course, I got Athens next week, and they're always tough.
Yes, next week we got a tough schedule ahead of us, but we're going to take tonight's win, celebrate it. I mean, like you said, being 4-0 in league play is such a great feeling. I think we're in first, if not tied with it, so we're going to take this big win tonight and celebrate.
Anyone you want to shout out here before we send it packing?
Braxton Ingalls, absolutely. He plays lights out. He's always hitting the ball, getting it in play, driving in runs. Just like Carson said, Fenwick had a heck of a night tonight, hitting the ball. And Kyson Witt, he's kind of been in a slump, and he came out of it tonight and drove in a couple runs and had a heck of a day.
So thank you, Reese, for coming up.
You're welcome.
And glad we could get some players up here tonight for the Golden Rockets. Been trying to get some of them up, and you're good, Reese. Thank you.
Right.
So either way, that will do it here tonight. The final score, Wellston 10, Nelsonville-York nothing. Next week, the Golden Rockets will be back here at home against the Athens Bulldogs. Again, 4-0 now in conference play, and a no-hitter from Justin around. That'll do it here for us tonight. We'd like to thank our stream operator, Buford Smallwood. Again, the final score, Wellston 10, Nelsonville-York nothing in 6 innings. This is Hayden Milliken saying good night, God bless, and we'll see you next time.